I'm Kitty Brilliant, and my name was Cowan, and I grew up on the west side over on Woolman Street. But my mom grew up in Dublin Gulch, and her best friend was Millie Skubitz. And Eddie Skubitz is still living in Butte, her son. Well, my mom and Millie went out one day. I don't think they were skipping school, although they were known to skip school. I hate to say it, and I never did. I would have gotten killed if I did. But Mom and Millie went out to the gardens one day, and they met these guys. And I think my mother was 18, maybe. She might have just graduated from high school. Maybe she was a little bit before that, but it was like 1933. And so they met these two guys, and they, went on rides, and they did the different things, and were on the swings and all that kind of thing. And at the end of the day, this one guy that my mother had gotten to kind of pair up with asked her if he could have a dime because he didn't have any money left, so he wanted to ride the trolley home to. He lived in Timber Butte, and so my mother gave him a dime to ride the trolley home. And then she and Mildred came home, and that night she actually had a date with somebody else. I don't know who, but because she didn't talk about that, but she had a date, and up drives Jap Cowan, the guy she gave the dime to, and he didn't own a car. He worked in the mine at that time. He had graduated from high school. No, he had never did go to high school actually. He just went to work in the mines, and he was I don't know, 5 years older than my mom, so he was probably 22, something like that. And he drove up in his younger brother's car and to take my mother for a ride. Well, she had a date with someone else that night, but she skipped it. She got in the car with my father, and that was the end of it. That was them until 1986, when my father died.